Hello again, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing another reaction video. This time it's going to be the first in my RWBY reactions. And originally I was going to just be doing the RWBY rewatch, and I was considering doing the beginning of Volume 4. But turns out that Rooster Teeth has actually put up a Volumes 1 through 3 recap of the story so far. So I am going to check that out on YouTube. And see how they tell the story in 3 minutes and 57 seconds. So, yeah, I guess this will be my first reaction to something new RWBY-wise. I'm all caught up on volumes 1 through 3, as well as the original trailers. I've pretty much seen everything. I've even seen the footage at New York Comic Con. I was there with my wife, so I saw the new intro. Although it wasn't completed, they still had they still hadn't fully rendered everything, and then they actually showed a 2-minute clip of the first episode, which was really cool, but that was also very incomplete. What I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but what I can say is that the action was really cool, but also there is the humor is there. There's humor. It's fun. So it's not like dour like how the end of the last season made us feel, which is that's good. It's not, yeah. I mean, obviously it's going to be depressing in certain aspects. It has been 6 to 8 months, so you have to imagine that even though it's been very traumatic, it's picked up a bit. They've recovered to some degree. I'm sure there's going to be some trauma, some lasting effects, some PTSD, especially with Jean, RWBY, and Blake and Yang. So I'll be curious to see how that goes. I don't want to say too much because I think there's a lot of speculation about what's going on with Yang based on what we saw in the trailer, and not in the trailer, in the intro. Did I say trailer before? I meant intro. The new intro, but that is... we don't have enough information, so I don't want to go into anything about that. Anyway, I want to... Let's look and see how they are recapping the story so far, volumes 1 through 3. Yes. Story so far.
In the world of Remnant, humans were born into a hostile world populated by evil creatures known as Grimm. While a magical element known only as dust has allowed them to fight back for centuries, it is no longer enough. Darkness has returned once more, spreading across the land, pushing humanity behind the walls of 4 remaining kingdoms, each with their own school designed to forge the best warriors ever known. One such school, Beacon Academy, is under the direction of the mysterious headmaster Ozpin.
You want to come to my school?
Maybe the wizard?
More than anything, potential huntsmen and huntresses are assembled into combat teams of 4 and put through rigorous training, forcing the students to learn as much about themselves as each other. Together, they take their unique weapons and fighting styles and become a force greater than the sum of their parts.
I love that fight scene. Oh, it's such a good fight scene.
This brings us to Beacon's brightest new students.
Excellent work, girls!
RWBY Rose.
Today, I get to let my sweetheart do the talking.
Weiss Schnee.
Remember your training, Weiss. Right foot forward, not that forward.
Blake Belladonna.
I was raised outside the kingdoms. If you can't fight, you can't survive.
And Yang Xiaolong.
I'd always kick my semesters off with the Yang!
Together, these 4 girls form Team RWBY, with RWBY Rose serving as its leader.
Yeah!
Team RWBY isn't the only combat team in Remnant, though. The world is filled with huntsmen and huntresses from all walks of life, and with a staggering variety of fighting styles and weaponry.
I love that.
In the first 3 volumes of RWBY, our heroes are gathered together at Beacon Academy with the hopes of one day graduating as professional huntsmen and huntresses.
Oh, imagine what it'll be like when we graduate! We're not ready, and we may never be ready! Our enemies aren't just gonna sit around and wait for graduation day. They're out there, somewhere, planning their next move, And none of us know what it is, but it's coming, whether we're ready or not.
It's a rocky start for Team RWBY. But over time, the 4 girls learn to work together and make friends with other students along the way.
But if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together.
However, our huntsmen in training also make their fair share of enemies. A crime wave is sweeping over the kingdom of Vale, and professional thief Roman Torchwick links them all together.
Hello, kitty cat. You miss me?
A larger conspiracy is revealed, and it soon becomes apparent that dark forces are at work against the kingdoms and huntsman academies.
And when they fail and you turn to your smaller soul, know that you send her to the same pitiful demise.
During the 3rd volume of RWBY, students from across Remnant journey to Beacon to compete in a global fighting tournament. But before a winner is declared, these same dark forces reveal themselves. By the end of the volume, our characters are thrown out into the world, some on their way to try and stop the next threat, while others venture back home to find answers to their own problems. Whatever is next for our girls,
It's Kevin!
it won't be easy.
Determined his name is Kevin. I might become I'm already, I have a Rooster Teeth, not membership, I have an account on there at least, so I can watch it the day after on the website, because obviously a week after the 22nd, lost my train of thought. The week after, it won't be on YouTube until the week after the 22nd, but I'm not a first member. Money's a little tight, so we'll consider. I mean, we can do the free trial at least, so we can at least do the first video on the first day. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I couldn't tell who's narrating that. I'm really terrible with voices sometimes. I couldn't tell if that was Cortana, Jen Taylor, or if it was. At one point I thought it was voice actress for Pyrrha, and I can't remember her name either. I'm terrible with names too. So you can correct me all you want. If anybody's watching this, which unfortunately I may not be prepared for it, but making RWBY videos tends to bring people to watch your videos. Even though I don't have much content, and don't really have any subscribers at this point, I doubt it's going to do much in the beginning. But I figured I should start my reactions now, since there was technically new content, even though it was just basically a clip show. But I thought it was really well put together. I enjoyed that quite a bit. You could see my stupid grin quite a bit throughout the video. So I can't wait for Volume 4 to start. I'm really excited. My wife and I were cosplaying at New York Comic Con as well. She was cosplaying Yang. I was Junior mostly because I didn't want to overburden her with putting together a costume. I'd really love to cosplay Crow, but also I didn't want to spend the time making the scythe. Over the summer, beginning of the summer, I made a RWBY scythe for my sister-in-law, who cosplayed as RWBY at PhillyCon. So, and my wife cosplayed Weiss. Oh my god, did I say Weiss? She cosplayed Yang there. Did I say Weiss before? I meant Yang and Junior. Jeez, my brain. But so yeah, we've having a lot of fun. I actually New York Comic Con was a lot of fun. I got there on Friday, so I didn't get to buy the new poster. They were sold out by then, and I could have bought the new figures that they were selling, and I didn't. They hadn't sold out on that day. But I did manage to. I bought the Steelbook. I bought one of the last copies of the Steelbook there. I wanted to get everybody to sign it, but then lines were crazy, so I only managed to get Barb to sign it. And Barbara Dunkelman also signed my wife's Yang gauntlet. The right arm, of course, because why does she need it? Spoilers? Yeah, I guess I should probably make a little note in the beginning of the video, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen all of... I don't know why you'd be watching this. It's actually, now thinking about that, it's interesting. I don't think they mentioned anything about the huge events that happened. They actually left out spoilers. It was more just to get you familiar with everything. So they didn't mention anything about Penny, Pyrrha, or Roman. I mean, they did show the dragon, but they also they didn't mention the CCT or anything. I think it was just a general recap of the world. Now I need to go back. I want to double check because I might have just been kind of entranced and missed something. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited to. Like I said many times already, I'm excited to start watching Volume 4. This would actually be the first time that I'm watching it live. My wife and I didn't start watching the show until February or March, so right around when Volume 3 ended. And actually, I was inspired partially by AfterBuzz because a few of the after shows that I was watching, they might have mentioned it on Rebels or something else. They mentioned that, holy crap, there's some stuff going on RWBY, and I'd heard people mentioning RWBY before, and so that kind of inspired me to go and watch the Red trailer and then get my wife to watch it with me and all of that. So, but yeah, basically, I've been watching RWBY for less than a year, and I've watched through it countless times already. I love reaction videos and all of that. So, yeah, it's definitely become a bit of an obsession, which tends to happen. Anyway, this video is already 12.5 minutes long. I'm sure I'm going to be cutting some stuff out because I restarted the video and I may have had a long pause at one point or another. But anyway, I'm going to stop this now, and hopefully I will start doing the rewatch within the next day or so. And I'll put out the Red trailer and so on and so forth. Yeah, and hopefully I will do a reaction video to the to Volume 4 premiere, and will get that out this weekend. But I'm working pretty much 7 days a week right now, so we'll see. All right, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.